Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. This isn't tedious at all. I don't know why anyone would think this would be tedious. I'm also not really sure why giants cannot put a simple slider in anything. So I paid off everything except for $1 million. Right? They don't put a slider for the loan. You go to buy animals. Right, if I go to buy animals, I can increase the button by clicking it repeatedly until it reaches 60. I can buy 60 animals. What's wrong with putting sliders in? We were begging for sliders in the last version of the game, and the version before that, and the version before that. Why do giants have such a thing against just putting some sliders in the game? That's all you need to do. Just put some sliders in. It's real simple. Apparently anyone can do it. I can't because I'm not a programmer, so yeah. But I have been led to believe by people that know these things that actually putting a slider in is a really, really simple thing. It's not actually a complicated piece of coding that's got to be added in. It is a really easy, simple thing to do, to add a slider in so that you can have just faster adding of animals to the game. And also the loan. Why can't we do that? Why is it that you're penalizing anybody that wants to play on a larger scale? Anyone from Giants, you want to let me know? Can you fill me in on this? Anyone that wants to play on a larger scale is penalized by the base game. If you want to play on a large scale, you're going to want to take out a lot of loan. To go and take out $1 million or $2 million in loan, it's a horrifically time-consuming, tedious process. If you want to buy a few thousand animals, it's tedious and slow and painful, and yeah, I just don't like it. And I don't understand why it's got to be like that. I cannot think of any logical reason why it actually needs to be that way. Doesn't make any sense at all. I'm going to bring you in around like this. And we have finished field number 1. Right, excellent. Let's lift that one up so that we don't accidentally go and harvest something we don't want to. And then I want to try and not wrap myself around light post, lamp post, light post, lamp post. Seriously? I panicked then because you drove straight across that junction without stopping, and if that was entirely his fault. Now he's got straw on the road, and it was his fault as well because he distracted me, and if he hadn't distracted me, it would have happened. So it's his fault. It's entirely his fault. Why was I growing canola? I can't actually remember. I mean, obviously, we just want to use canola for something. I mean, we have a mill, so we can make canola oil. Oh! I think I wanted to make canola oil for the potato factory so that we could use... No! I need canola for the mineral feed, don't I? Mineral feed needs canola oil. That is one thing that we do need to do. Right, okay, so that's why we're growing canola. So this is just for the mineral feed. We're not using this for anything else. We have oil being made from the olives that we're growing close to our well, in the yard and everything. But there's oil being made from there. That can actually go to the potato factory because we need olive oil anyway. That's got to go to the pizza factory. The pizzas all they use quite a few olives. Well, not olives. That I don't understand that. Why don't the pizzas use just plain olives? You'd think they would, wouldn't you? It would actually make sense for the pizzas to be using olives, because some people do actually like olives on pizzas. So I'm not quite sure why that's going, that is the way it is. But anyway, olive oil is used for making the pizzas. We know that much. So I need olives for that, and then the oil that we're getting, we can send some of the surplus oil, I think it's olive oil, and go to the potato place, can't it? Let's have a look. I can't remember now. Vegetable fat, sunflower oil, canola oil, or soybeans. Okay, now for all that, it's canola oil that we've got to bring here. This one needs the olive oil, but you can't use any other type of oil. That one is there. It's producing the olives for that. That's absolutely fine, tickety-boo, and fine and dandy and wonderful. So mineral feed does need canola. I guess we will just have to do canola and also some corn as not corn. Canola and, well, I don't know, soybeans, I guess. So that we put some soybeans into the factory. But I mean, the amount of canola that we're growing here, I think this is enough to power the entire potato factory. So we should be all right as far as canola is concerned, because I got this field and I've got one more field that we need to go and harvest. Just go around and get that little bit that we missed, because we can, and we will bring you over here. So let's turn that one off. And then I can either try and jump the ditch, or we can go around. Let's go around the roadway. Let's do this a civilized way. We're a civilized people. We're a civilized people. We can do this. 75 kilometers an hour up the road. Let's take advantage of the fact that this combine can produce a decent turn of speed when it's needed. We'll go all the way over here. And then we'll go in and start on this bit. So 100,000 liters of canola so far. Start you in here. Round and round we go. And I will just finish up this field a second. And there we go. Actually, let me start that up, because I think there's a bit of straw still missing. Apparently not. Okay, I have got 180,000 litres of canola. I'm going to want to put some canola into the mill, I think, so that I can turn some of it into oil. And I'm going to want to put some canola into the mineral feed. Although the mineral feed one, I'm going to want to fill that one all the way up. But then I'm going to want to keep some canola so that I can put more into the mineral feed later on. Or, well, technically so that I would be able to put it in later on when we needed it, but I'm not actually going to be here later on, so this is going to be the only lot that I'm going to put in here, but, you know, it does count. Wait, that... Yeah, that didn't go in properly. Right. There. Right. Now we've done it. Canola is now full. 50,000 litres has gone into there. The oil place, if we have a look in here, that will take 200,000 litres. I don't actually want to put 200,000 litres in there. Although, I've also got sunflowers growing. So I've got 146,000 litres here. This is too much for me to be able to control the flow going into the oil mill. So I'm going to take this round. I'm going to put this into the storage just here. And then I'm not going to do anything else with it. We need to go and gather up the straw from the canola. Let's close that one. So that's all of the canola now done. And I've just got sunflowers left to get. The sunflowers will be done with the other combine that we've got. Let's bring you back in there. I haven't actually made the other one any... Seriously, I've got to start the engine and lower that down. I wouldn't actually have to. I know that much. This combine here is our sunflower combine. So next up, we want to go and get the straw. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure that we should bother getting the straw, because I don't think it's going to make a difference. I can't actually... I wouldn't be selling it. I'll just be stashing it away. So there's nothing that I want to do with it there. The one thing that I do want to do is I want to go and get this tractor here. And I want to load up all of the total mixed ration that we've got available, and I want to bring it down here for these cows so that they've got some food. And then I think we can skip the night. So I'm just going to leave the straw on the field. I'm not going to actually worry about that because, literally the only job that we've got left now is the sunflowers and then selling whatever we have available to sell before we want to move. So any pallets of stuff that have been produced, that sort of thing. Total mixed ration right here. I got like 600,000 litres. It does take a while for it to flow out of this one. There's a little bit of work that needs doing to alter that bit. How much have I got for the cows? 430,000 litres. We might be alright to go skip a night. I don't need to worry about any of the other things for the night. The chickens themselves, the actual chickens, they're fine. We've got enough on them. So I don't need to feed those today. And sunflowers... We got 2 months that we got to wait for those. Right, let's go here and just shift Z and sleep. 120,000 from property income. Fantastic. I now have just under 1.1 million euros. If I go over to the tractor here, we've now got 758,000 litres in there. The cows, what are they? So 300,000 litres of food here. The cows have got 136,000, and we're making 126,000 litres of milk per day now, which is insane. The honey is going to be producing for a little bit. We've got no sunflowers ready to harvest today. They will be, I'm hoping tomorrow they'll be ready. And I'm just going to bring this in here like this. Unload what I can there. That should dump everything in for the cows, and that will keep them going and keep them happy. Okay, that's the cows done. They should be happy now. We've now got 900,000 litres of food in for them. 300,000 for the chickens. If I skip through quickly to... No, not you. You've got 150,000 litres in there. So I'll put that in for the chickens a minute. No, there was more than 150,000. There was a lot of thousands. Now got 1 million litres in for the chickens. That should probably be enough. And the rest of these things... Like, I don't think I need to worry too much about... making sure everything's stopped. Oh, water in there. That one is actually empty. So, yeah. What was... activate their water. Like that. You've got to keep clicking on it up here in order for it to work. So, the maple syrup. We did run out of maple syrup just then. In here, I've still got some maple syrup in there, so we're doing all right with that. The grain mill, we're on 44,000 on here. And the rest, everything else is topped up. Everything, we've got everything that we need in these. Raisins in there. The greenhouses, actually, well, it's not greenhouses, it's the grapes and stuff. These, right here. Seeds and manure in both of those, they're actually... just fine. So I don't need to worry about topping anything up in there. Eggs and stuff like that would be the only things that we'd need to worry about. Again, we don't need to. So then we can run down here. We can have a look at these. They seem fine. We've got storage space for each of these. Apart from starch. Starch is one thing that does fill up a lot faster than anything else. But honestly, I don't care about that. That's not going to be an issue. So we've got... everything that we want to do has been done. I don't need to worry too much about topping anything up, which means that I can skip another night. The only issue I'm going to have is the honey over here. Skipping nights too quickly means that the honey can't keep up with spawning out, so it's going to take a while for all of the pallets of honey to spawn out. So we'll leave the pallets of honey. I will skip another night. And then we'll probably sell everything else, but we'll leave the pallets of honey until after we've done everything else. I only had 96,000 property income. That's gone down. I don't like this. I don't know why it's gone down. Why is it dropping? Shouldn't be dropping. Let's have a look. Okay, the sunflowers are ready to harvest. We will get started on that in a minute, but the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sell our milk. So let's load up what we can. How much have we got? Alright, well, that's loading up a second. Let's just have a look at our animals. We have 700,000 litres of food, 825,000 litres of eggs. I'll sell everything in a little while, I think. 500,000 litres of food in there. That's absolutely fine. The potato stuff up here. Croquettes. Materials missing. There's no bread. I remember that happening before. Mashed potatoes, fried potatoes, potato gratin. They're all filling up. They're about to run out of space. 252,000 litres of milk right here. This time I'm going to take it just over to the nearby sell point that we've got. This one right here. I don't even know if I can get onto that sell point to sell. Might be able to. There we go. Okay, it does work. We'll dump that in there. Get rid of that. And then I can go back through. So there's 182,000 there. We will easily be able to pay off the loan. I'll drive this back over. And park up. Right, you go right there. This truck, I will be taking this one. Well, I say taking it with us. I will be using it again. I may not necessarily be actually physically taking it with us. We will buy it again when we get there and buy a new one. We're going to come out here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go over to the potato factory. And I'm going to load up the products that we've got in the potato factory purely so I can make a bit of space for them. Then we will focus on getting the harvest done. We've got all those sunflowers that we need to harvest, and as soon as we've done that, then we can come back through and we can sell all of the pallets of stuff that we've got. So there's a few pallets here. I want to get these out of the way so that the remaining products that we've got in here can actually spawn out and sell. While that one is loading up, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go and grab a pallet of bread. 5,000 litres of bread. I'm going to go a long way round so that it doesn't get auto-loaded onto that trailer over there. Go all the way around over here like this. With a hop, skip and jump. And I'll bring that in over this side. There we go. And that will allow the potato croquettes to start working. And we now have bread, 4,999. It's on the list down there. I can see it, but that's a long list, and I got no way of actually physically pointing it out to you. Seriously? That's all loaded up already? Okay, I've got an entire lorry load on there. I did not actually expect quite so much to go in there. Let's start loading the next one and see how many more I've got. I don't think there's all that many more. Potato gratin has got another 7 pallets to spawn out. That is actually it. It's just the potato gratin. I just got to wait for that. Right. That has now spawned out. So we'll turn that one off. Turn the lorry off. That one can all just stop there for a minute. Where's... Oh, the honey is all the way over there. The honey is still spawning out. That is going to take a minute or two, but the idea is we'll go and do the sunflower harvest. And then the remaining honey will have spawned out here where we want it. And then we'll be able to go and gather all of that up along with everything else. So we want to go to you right here. I really, really love this combine. I do. The color combinations that we've got on it are absolutely glorious. You can stay up in the air like that. And the speed that it does is amazing. It's fantastic. Like, I love this combine. The header I need to change. I definitely need to do something different with the header on this one. And I will make some adjustments, further adjustments to the combine, because I feel that there are a couple of things that I would like to do. Just a couple of little changes that I'd like to make. So I'm going to start that one up. So although this header is absolutely fantastic and it does a wonderful job, and we are able to do the speed that we want with this, What we're not... Right, why is it... Is this one able to actually drop straw? Oh, yeah, it is. Right, not that it makes any difference. We don't want to be dropping straw because we're not planning on actually picking it up because it's right at the end of the series, and so we'll leave it for someone else to do that. So actually, let's turn that one off. I will drive it round. I love the fact that we can do 70k with this. I'm curious if I can make a combine do 70k with a different header. I think I probably could. I mean, I suspect that the headers for this combine set will allow me to do everything that I want to do and actually do it at 70k, which is just insane. The 153,000 capacity, I feel, could definitely be better. Like, that does seem a little bit slow, so maybe we need to change that. However, I've got to be careful, because if I'm going to apply this rule that all of our machinery has to be multiplication in price by the same amount that we multiply the speed that things run at, like both the header and the combine, they normally do, I think, 12 kilometers an hour, and now they're doing 70 kilometers an hour. So that's just under 6 times. So we'll call it 6 times. We'll round up. 6 times faster than it would otherwise be. Now, if a combine costs me $500,000 already, that 6 times additional speed means my combine is going to be costing me €3 million. And if I then add into that the header itself, which is about 80 grand, well, that one's now doing 5 times faster than it was. So again, we're looking at, so what's it, 80 grand for the header times, so it's 400, that's another $500,000. So we're looking at $3.5 million for the combine, something like that. A lot of millions. Anyway, and then the capacity of the combine is normally about 12,000 litres. I think you can get... No, actually, what is the capacity? Because this is the base big combine. The big dude. This one. No, not that one. This big bad boy over here. Up to 17,000... Alexian goes up to 18,000, doesn't it? Right, so the MF ideal, 17,000. So 17,000, and we've got 173,000. So there's another 8 times there. So we're looking at, what, 16 times the base price for this combine? 16 times! That's insane! What is 16 times $500,000? That's 8 million. 8 million euros to be able to buy this combine. I gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure that we're gonna be able to do that. I mean, technically we should be able to. The other combine, the smaller one, it's gonna be a bit easier than that one, but I mean, I rather like the idea of having this combine because it's gonna be a bit more difficult to get around the roads. And on top of that, once we buy the combine, we've only then got to buy 2 headers for it. Do we have headers available for this combine? So this one is a particular set. Honeybee one's there. It's not that. It's the Titan Draper set. It's these. It's these right here. So they are actually included. 70 kilometers an hour instead of 17. Which means that we're going to have to pay quite a bit of money for all of it. So I could take those and then I could just make them a little tiny bit wider than they already are. I mean, I don't need to go really insane with the width on them because we've already got super insane with the speed on this one. And then we've got a choice. We can either have a brand shiny new combine like this one, or we can go for an old combine like the other one that we've got parked up in the shed. I like both options. I like to be able to keep my options open on this. You're doing a great job. You're going to carry on and do that for a minute. And we're going to skip over here. I'm going to run over and I'm going to see how the honey is getting on. Has all of it spawned out yet? Okay, it has not all spawned out yet. We're working on the third layer. There'll be another pallet will spawn here any moment. It's every, I think, like 15 to 20 seconds or something like that. Maybe 30 seconds. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. There's another one. So it just will keep slowly spawning them out like that until such time as we have generated every single one of them down here. If I've only got 153,000 litres of capacity on this thing is insane. I really do love the speed that this one does. Like, on a series where I've got everything going really fast, this speed is just a whole nother level. And the problem is I can't make everything go this fast because some things just don't work at this kind of speed. Like, they just physically do not work in the game. I've tried to do it, but I cannot physically make it work. So this combine is actually something special to be able to do this. Keep in mind, I'm also not adding in additional speed. Like 70 kilometers an hour is the maximum speed. And I'm not using the adjustable work speed thing to make it go even faster than that, because I just don't think it will work properly. I think it'll end up breaking it. I mean, we can test it at some point in the next series. We probably will. We will do that. That'll be something fun for us to do. Do I have any crops down, like the grapes? Like, we've gone and done a bit to them, so let's just see if we have anything ready to harvest on them. They're both ready to harvest. I could drive all the way down there and do that. I really don't actually want to. Like, I gotta be honest, I really have... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.